My spine. It's okay. The only note I have on this book is Loki let himself be impregnated by a horse. So this is gonna be fun. What's up, guys? My name is Moo. I am a college student who loves reading, and I'm here to share that love with all of you. Ever since I was a child, I have loved mythology. Egyptian and Greek mythology, I would research so much. I feel like for someone who's not like super into Greek mythology these days, I could tell you a lot about Greek mythology, but I am no like Percy Jackson fiend. I am not like a Greek mythology girly like some people are. So don't like try to test me because I'll probably get stuff wrong, but I love mythology. And one thing that I think is really important is exploring books from around the world and exploring cultures from around the world, which is why I picked up Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman. Now, don't get me wrong, this was written by a man who lives in New York, most likely American. So, you know, I am trying really hard to read a book from everywhere in the world written by someone actually from that country. So in hindsight, books like this aren't going to be my focus, but again, 17-year-old Moo decided to buy this book, so I read it and I really enjoyed it and I had a great time. So let's get into it by starting with the summary. Neil Gaiman, long inspired by ancient mythology in creating the fantastical realms of his fiction, presents a bravo rendition of the Norse gods and their world from their origins through their upheaval in Ragnarok. In Norse mythology, Gaiman stays true to the myths in envisioning the major Norse pantheon: Odin, the highest of the high, wise, daring, and cunning; Thor, Odin's son, incredibly strong yet not the wisest of gods; and Loki, son of a giant, blood brother to Odin, and trickster and unsurpassable manipulator. Gaiman fashions these primeval stories into a novelistic arc that begins with the genesis of the legendary 9 worlds that delves into the exploits of the deities, dwarfs, and giants. Through Gaiman's deft and witty prose, these gods emerge with their fiercely competitive natures, their susceptibility to being duped and duping others, and their tendency to let passion ignite their actions, marking these long-ago myths breathe pungent life again. So there you have it, summary, done. It was very elegantly put out, which is fantastic, but the biggest thing that I remember from this collection of myths is just how silly it was. It was just a silly, easy, happy read, and it was fantastic because yes, I did get to learn about a new culture through this mythology, but it was mostly just a silly little read with a bunch of characters just acting super funny and silly, and I loved it. So in this collection of stories, you really get to learn about who the 3 main gods of Norse mythology are. You see wise leader Odin, you see kind of meathead fluff for brains Thor, and you see incredibly intelligent, cunning Loki. It's fantastic. I don't think I have a favorite character from Norse mythology, but I will say that I really just loved Thor and Loki for completely different reasons. Thor just went through everything like hammer swinging, like I'm going to seize the day, and it just like made him get into really funny shenanigans. And Loki so many times got in trouble and said, hey, listen, yeah, I got in trouble, but you know, I am going to be sneaky. I'm going to get my way out of it, slither out of it, and he does every time, and it's really interesting to see the stuff that he comes up with. One story that was really fascinating was how Thor got his hammer, and Loki basically tricked them all into making precious goods for the gods without payment. He preys on the competition between 2 dwarfs to see who is the better builder, and says, present these to the gods, and whoever wins gets to be the better of the 2, and whoever loses, sorry, not so good things for you. So they make these fantastic things, including Thor's hammer, and Loki, he slithers his way in and figures out a way to get all of these riches for free without saying one is best over the other, and saving his own hide in the middle of it. Like I said, there's another story where this giant who is a master builder, who is a master wall builder, wants the beautiful god Freya. And the gods don't want her to have Freya, but they also want a wall to protect them from things. And the gods propose that if you can build the wall in one season, you can have the sun, the moon, and the beautiful god Freya. And he goes, deal. And the thing is, this guy's a master builder, this giant is a master builder, and the gods get scared. They're like, oh my gosh, he's got a fantastic horse who can pull his weight in so much. He is able to build this wall so fast, da 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 da. Oh my gosh, like, what do we do? So you know what Loki does? He goes, well, we can't distract the giant. But if the horse is distracted, if the horse is distracted, then he won't be able to haul all of the bricks for the wall, and he will leave it 99% finished. I have a plan. So what Loki does is he shapeshifts into a mare, into a female horse, and is like, and the male horse that is helping the giant is like, damn. And then Loki, as the female horse, is like, come get me. And the male horse is just like, well, if you insist. And then he allows himself to be impregnated by the horse and stays a horse until he gives birth. What? Mythology is so weird and I love it. That's why I love reading mythology so much, because such wacky stories. People just get bored one day and make wacky stories, and it's fantastic. This book is just a perfect read for when you want some silly, goofy stuff, but you still want to learn. Like, there's endless stories that you can look into from Norse mythology, but Neil Gaiman took some pretty good ones and put them in this short volume, and I just think it's fantastic. I think that if you're into mythology, especially Greek mythology, that you should read this, because it's just so wacky. Like, it's just so silly. And I think that if you want to learn more about different cultures and stuff like that, you should read mythology, including stuff like this. Absolutely fantastic. So, I know this video was a little bit short, but it can't all be super long. They can't all be 20 minutes plus, you know. Your girl is in college. She's a little busy. So, that's why you're seeing a Christmas setting after Christmas. So, you know, you can't win them all. So, but I hope you liked this video regardless. If you like it, please like this video. Comment down below your favorite Norse god, and if you like this video or you like the content that I have made, please subscribe. I would love to have you here for the long videos, the short videos, the serious videos, the wacky videos, all of that stuff in between. So, if you are interested, please do that. Without further ado, this has been Moo. I messed up my outro. Without further ado, this has been Moo. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!